my God. I'm in a mood, y'all. I just got off the phone with one of my one-on-one clients, and I mean, it just couldn't have been more perfect timing for, I mean, it was just celebration, 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 celebration. And all I could think is, she gets it. She really, really gets it. And I had such a moment of clarity, understanding like, this is it. This is what brings the success. This is why people are successful. This is what every single successful person I've ever seen understand and knows. And yes, it includes like letting it be easy and all these things, but it comes down to one big thing. And I feel like after 4 years and after a huge mistake in my company and almost losing everything and eating a lot of humble pie and making some power moves to clean it up, I feel like I remembered this. I remembered like the root of who I was, and I feel like that's why the whole thing happened. And my client this morning, or my client that I just got off the phone with, it's like the epitome. She was talking and I'm like, I wish the whole world could hear you right now. And basically this is what it is. Sorry. My daughter keeps yelling because she forgets, even though I just asked her not to. Okay, wait, before I forget. Woo, I'm so excited right now. I can't even handle it. Okay, before I forget, if you're brand new to me, please let me know so I can come say hello to you and welcome you. If you're in my community, please say hello to me and let me know you're here. Okay, so here's the deal. She's talking to me and she's telling me this is like the piece that she understands. She understands that it's literally about just taking an action and letting herself take the action right now, letting it be right now, and letting it be right now, and letting it be right now, and taking the action and just taking the step and letting it be what it is. And I don't know how to do this good enough. Like, you know, and I gave her a bunch of examples of what's going on in my life, but what she's understanding and what she's getting and what I stand for in my company, in my life, what means the absolute most to me is to champion the people out there who've done the work and have the wisdom and the heart-centered inclination, and they of course feel like they're not ready, right? Like I was even on a network call with someone earlier from the Platinum Partnership, and you know, he's this incredible, beautiful soul, and he's like, well, after I do this and after I do that, and I'm like, no. We're not doing after. Nobody ever feels ready. We don't feel ready to get on the podcast. We don't feel ready to tell our story. We don't feel ready to launch the program. We don't feel like we understand enough. We know enough. We don't understand. We don't feel like we're worthy enough, or we're too messy, or, you know, we're not whatever enough. It always feels like that. It never feels like it's good enough. It never feels like we're ready. I don't feel ready to tell my story, but I'm telling my story. I don't feel ready to get on the podcast. I don't feel ready to do all of the things that I do in my company, but I do them anyway. Jacqueline! Okay, Jacqueline might have been the person that I was celebrating with. I know she doesn't mind me saying that. Oh, if you don't know Jacqueline, definitely go find her. She's incredible. So what it comes down to, and what I understand and know, is like there's gonna be a million. I haven't even showered yet today. Don't tell anybody. It's just been the best day ever. So what it comes down to is our ability to be able to take action right now, and to feel safe enough to take action, to feel brave enough to take action, to have the clarity of what action we're going to take, and to consistently take the action. So, you know, my clients will say, well, I had an enrollment call and she didn't join, and they're feeling a little bit down, and I get that, except for, okay, well, what were her objections on the enrollment call? Okay, let's do a Facebook Live about those objections. What do you have to say? What were the reasons why she didn't feel like she could back herself, or why she didn't feel worthy? Let's do a blog or a Facebook Live on those topics and keep that ball rolling. Send out an email about that topic. And all the other people that are struggling with that are now, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, it just keeps happening. And some clients come out of nowhere, and it's just that role of we just take one more step and unlock that door and unlock this thing. And it just sort of is how we go. But it really comes down to the ability to be able to understand your worth and feel like no matter what, like what we were saying earlier on the call was, my best is always enough. I didn't feel like I nailed it on the podcast, but that was my best. My best is enough. I didn't feel like I did a good job on that Facebook Live, but that was my best. My best is enough. When I went to tell the story about how I screwed up so big in my company, I could have sat down and learned, like, how do you tell a story like this? And how do I really create the emotion? Well, I don't really know, but I'm just going to tell my story. That my best was enough. My best is always enough. I'm not careless. I give you my best, but then I let my best be freaking enough. My best is enough for my program, for my course, for my coaching, for everything that I do. My best gets to be enough, and I get to take action right now with who I am. Just who I am, instead of waiting to go train and do this and understand this. And we'll just spend the rest of our lives learning how to do something better, speak better, tell my story better, look better, lose the weight, whatever the freaking thing is. We spend our entire freaking life waiting on that instead of just taking the action that we can take right now. So I did something really exciting. Let me know in the comments if you want to know what it is. Oh! Yesterday I was going to announce it and I woke up crying because I was so excited about it. I was so excited about this. So a while ago, I launched a membership called the Millionaire Mind Membership. And I did it for a few months and it was really great. And then I started to hate it because it was just teaching people how to do things. Like I have the ultimate how-to program right now. If you want to know how to start your company from start to finish, or organize your company or scale your company to be built around you and your specific gifts, that's mandyperry.com/the-ultimate-how-to. I can put it in the comments. That's what that one's for, right? But I really didn't like an ongoing having to create new how-to stuff all the time. I mean, the reason I created the how-to program was so that it's done and we'll just update it. So any of the tech stuff that needs to be updated, we update that and put that in the membership site, and the people who purchased it have updates forever and ever, right? But I didn't really like doing that membership before, and that was okay. So I didn't keep enrolling that one or doing anything with it. And then for a long time I knew like, well, eventually I'm going to want to do another membership site. But I waited. I just didn't do it just because other people are doing it and because I should. I waited until I knew what it would be for. I wanted clarity on who I was. And if I'm being really honest, all the stuff that happened with this anti-racism stuff lately, let me know. Have you guys been feeling that, right? Just like the confusion of it, trying to fully understand it, hold space for it, mature within it, all these kind of things with that going on. But in part, I'm gonna teach that in the how-to. I'm actually gonna teach you how to use things like that to really get clear what you stand for, what your values are, what your message is, your deepest message is, based on who you really are, not a version of who you think you should be. But I have created a membership that you get access to founding member price. You'll get that access to that forever. I'm not gonna tell you what you get in it. I can tell you that your mind's gonna be blown. You're gonna be absolutely blown away. I can tell you that. But this is what it's for. It's a container, first of all, for community, to be around other, like, I got cowlicks because I did not do my hair today. We're just trying to hide them a little bit. That's okay, we'll just leave it. Okay, so it's a container where, first of all, it's community, right? So it's friendships, it's connections, it's networking. It's for the people who are scared to network and don't really know how and suck at making friends, because so do I, and I'm learning right now. So there's space for that in there too. It's fully welcome who you are, fancy, not fancy, wealthy, just beginning. It doesn't freaking matter. None of that matters. It's all where we're going. And it's a container where you get to be in my energy consistently, locking into taking action right now, letting yourself be worthy for who you are right now. It's things like remembering to shift from the place of, but what if that's not good enough, and what if I disappoint them, and et cetera, to the place where we're like, okay, but that's a story that I'm not good enough to help you, but I'm helping you. It's getting off of trauma and on to service. It's actually a lifelong journey for us to learn how to really love, to release our stories and the stuff long enough for us to be able to actually get off of our own circumstances and look at the person in front of us and give them what we have to give. I did a post the other day that was like my favorite post that I've ever done. And it basically said, it was my favorite post I ever did. And like almost nobody liked it, and I didn't care because it was my favorite thing I've ever said. And it said, imagine if every single loving, heart-centered person just decided today that they were worthy to give whatever they had to give. And they just started giving everything they have to give. And then they just kept doing that day after day after day. Can you imagine what would happen on the planet? And the second I said that, I was like, that's it. That's what I'm here for. Hi, Kimberly. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here to do. I am here to kick your ass out of the nest so that you shift into that space of just being willing to give what you have to give today. Just give what I have to give today. I know I'm scared, but what if they take over my time? And what if it takes over my schedule? Or what if I disappoint them? Or what if I fuck up? It's okay. I got your back. You're never going to be alone doing this again. You're gonna fuck shit up. I'm telling you. You're gonna screw it up. You're gonna make mistakes. It doesn't matter. None of that ever matters. The only thing that ever happens is now instead of every day I'm gonna come make the same decision, like, oh, I'm faced with the same thing again. I'm faced with the same thing again. I gotta get a program out there. I gotta get a program out there. I gotta do a Facebook Live. I gotta do a Facebook Live. I gotta do a Facebook Live. And every day you're just faced with that same thing. I gotta have this conversation with my husband. I gotta figure out this financial thing. Oh, I got these things I'm ignoring, blah, blah, blah. And we just live that same Groundhog Day of stress and pressure every day. Instead of that, what's better? That Groundhog Day over and over and over. Does that feel better? Does that seem like a way to success? Or I just keep stepping and it's never good enough and it's never quite right, but I just keep learning and shifting and I fall on my face, I brush myself off, I get back up and I step again. I mean, which one of these feels better, right? So this space, which you get to know no details, you're gonna love my, yes, okay, this membership, I'm kicking you out of the nest, but I'm flying with you. I'm jumping with you, girl, right? It's mandyperry.com/elite. You're gonna love my sales page. It's like 3 sentences. I think it's /elite. Hold on, let me just check. I didn't even check before I hopped on. I just made an assumption that that's what my team created it to be. Yes, that's the one. Okay. Oh, the graphic's a little screwed up, but that's okay. So, it's mandyperry.com/elite. So this is the deal. You get locked in at this founding member price forever and ever and ever, so long as the membership goes on. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not telling you anything except for you're gonna feel really loved and well taken care of, and you're gonna love the energy in there. And what it's for is nothing more. It is, you're gonna have Q&As in there, you're gonna have access, like I'm gonna do riffs on Q&As, you're gonna have some opportunity to get coached. That's all I'm telling you. You don't get to know anything else. I shouldn't have even told you that, but I did, okay. Well, you're gonna get that kind of stuff, right? But what you're going to get is literally everything that I do in my life to stay in the space of step. You know, like I was saying to my clients, what if we lived life like, okay, you got 60 seconds to make that decision, and you just instinct, like, what's my decision? Boom, done. What should my price for my program be? I've been doing it on my calls with my teams. Like, this is just, like, it never feels comfortable. It always feels like you're just guessing. That's what it feels like, but that's okay. Because on the other side of that guess, what we were talking about, does it feel better to have to make the same pressure and same decisions facing the same things every single day because we're never doing it, or we do it and on the other side of it, we become the woman who did the damn thing? On the other side of it, I have the wisdom now, I have the lesson, I have the memory, I have the experience, I have the seasoning on the other side of that, and now I'm ready for one more step. Okay, what's the name of my program gonna be? Oh, okay, write down my favorite names, write down this. Okay, well, I'm not sure, should it be this one or this one? You have 60 seconds, make a decision. In that 60 seconds, you make a decision. Next thing, okay, what's my pricing gonna be? What day am I gonna launch this? What time am I gonna schedule this thing? When am I gonna tell my story? Like, oh man, I don't know how to tell you know what? Telling my story doesn't feel hard because I am scared to tell it. I've told pieces of it. I mean, I'm pretty wide open about my story. It feels overwhelming because I'm like, where do you start? What do you mean? What do you want to know? It's like a crazy ass story. There's so much. And I haven't learned how to pick out the powerful parts, and then use those and create the emotion around it, which is what does selling, and it's what heals people. Healing and transformation happens, the emotion. Well, I haven't really learned that yet, but I don't know. Because on Thursday in the membership area, I'm telling my story for the first time ever. The people in the membership area are going to hear my story. I'm going to tell my whole story, and it's going to be wildly imperfect, and I'm not going to have known how to create those like super powerful emotional moments, but I'm going to begin telling my story. And then every time I tell my story, I'll get a little bit better, and I'll notice the moments you told me, like, whoa, amazing. And I'll be like, okay, no, that really helps serve them. And I'll get better and better as I go. Nothing needs to be perfect. And literally that's what the container is for. It's going to be you being able to be reminded every single day of the most important thing that brings success, right? You know, I heard someone say the other day, success is, the key to success is your ability to do it now. Like, all of success is your ability to do it now. And I couldn't have agreed with that more. I love how she said it. I thought that was perfectly well said. Your success is built on your ability to take action right now. 60-second step, 60-second step, 60-second steps. We feel careless and reckless doing that, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like, how many times have you made a decision, then you waffled and you changed it, and then you wish you'd made that you stayed with the original decision? I mean, that's how it is. Anyone here, if you're here for a reason, get your ass in Elite, seriously, yeah! It's going to be so incredible. I can't wait. And my intention is to have, like, you know, this be the offer off of the podcast when we launch the podcast and stuff. But I'm crystal clear that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help the heart-centered people to really feel safe enough and to feel brave enough to actually just start taking action right now, whatever that looks like, right? On a call with one of my friends earlier, it was like, like, well, how do I begin, Mandy? Well, you could just start a Facebook group, right? Because if I'm nervous saying things publicly, we just start a Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, you just start talking about subjects and add people like me or people that they've run into or friends that have asked them questions, be like, wow, that really helped. And just the people that you sort of connect with or you connect with online, and you just add them into the group. And then, maybe after a month of doing that, you have some topic ideas and maybe you want to share some public, or maybe you want to like start adding people more publicly or post a note that anyone who wants to join the group. I mean, you just start stepping. Just start stepping. The most powerful thing that you can do is have a social media presence. So we just start taking action. Just what's the one thing I can do? What's the one thing I can do? I'm just taking action right now. I'm just making that decision. I'm cleaning up my mess. And this is also a container where we're lots of celebrations. We're celebrating the wins, but we are celebrating the shit out of the failures too, because so much happens in the failures. And if you're not failing, then you're not growing at the speed that you could be. You're not reaching for what you could be, right? Because this is a space where we're creating big visions and big dreams, and we are going for them. And yes, it's scary. That's why we need each other, and that's why I created this space. I wanted if you just want to get in my energy, if you just want to, be connected to the people in my community, this is it. We have the free group, right? So if you just want to stay free, it's the Daily Raw. That's for women only. The Elite is for everybody, for men, for women, for every single level that you're at. I'm going to love the shit out of you at whatever level you're at. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter where you are for you to actually just be more consistent with taking power moves, feeling worthy, and letting it be really easy. Like someone was like, well, how did you, go global your first year? How did you hit 500K that first year? Like, wait, let me get this straight. You were on welfare. You were a nanny for 10 years. You had no business experience. And then you started a business that went global and hit 500K year one. Yeah. How did you do it? I did a bunch of Facebook Lives, and I had a PayPal link, and I said, if you're interested, PM me. And then I sent them the PayPal link. And then I kind of advanced, and I had a Google Doc. And then I would write a sales page on the Google Doc. And then at the end of the Google Doc, it had the PayPal link, and I would send them the Google Doc, and that was fancy. And then when they joined the group program, I would get a notification on my phone, and I would manually add them to my Facebook group. And I did that. And that was all I did for that first year. I ran a couple webinars that were Facebook Lives. Like, that's what I did the first year. That's how I made 500K and went global. But it was everything that I'm doing with you in the Elite program. It is literally, hi Liba, right? It is everything in the Elite program. Is just let it be simple. What's my next one power move? And that, I'm telling you, there's nothing more powerful that you could be in. There's no other space. I'm not saying someone else doesn't have the same space. I'm saying there's no other subject matter. There's no other skill that is more powerful. Everything relies on you being able to make decisions right now, and you be able to take action right now, learn the lessons, heal from the failures, learn from the failures. So when you're in this container, you can make massive mistakes, fail. I launched this program, I saw it all the way through, I did everything and I failed. Okay, well, what did you learn? Because I guarantee the next time it's gonna go way better. It's gonna be even better because you just became a different human being. Sometimes that happens. I've launched programs that have failed miserably, right? I think 2 solid ones, even while I was already wildly successful, just birds chirping, right? Because some energy was off or something was going on, or I just was checking it off the list as a to-do at the time because I was distracted or whatever the thing is, right? Like, it's okay. It's fine. Like, there's nothing that you could ever do that's not okay or not fine. Like, every failure gets to be a win, end of story. And this container is that energy. It is the let's do our best, let's show up with excellence, let's go to bed fucking proud of ourselves tonight and today. It's a community of people where everybody's allowed to show up dressed to the nine and fancy and show me your favorite Chanel bag, or show up like this where you didn't even shower today. I literally, well, there's boys on here, so we won't talk about it. You don't need to know what's going on down here, but I'm in my pajamas, fully in my pajamas. So, I mean, it just doesn't matter. This is the container, this is the space. We're showing up to serve now. And the favorite analogy I always use for myself, you may have heard me say this, it's like the old lady, she's in her wheelchair, she's trying to get out of the door, right? She's trying to get out of the door. And she looks over at you and she's like, can you help me? And you're like, sorry, I don't really feel worthy to help you. I'm not ready yet. I need to go study about the wheelchairs. And once I learn about the wheelchairs, then I'll come help you. And she's like, this is the whole world. The whole world is like, and I really feel like sometimes we take for granted the level of wisdom that we have. We take for granted that you do have answers. You have answers that will heal all the people that were you 10 years ago and 5 years ago in this particular area. And maybe they surpass you vastly in other areas and they're so incredible and you're like, how could I help them? Oh, but you can, because in this area, right? Like me, I have these multimillionaires coming to me and they're, and I'm just like, how can I help you? What the heck? Like, how can I and I see them and I'm like, well, did you do this and this and this? It's like the easiest, simplest things. And they're like, they're just missing it. They don't see the simplicity. That's where I live. I live in the simplicity. So there's never been a human being that came to me that I couldn't serve. and break it down and make like, oh, just hit the easy button here, hit the easy button, hit the easy button. And it's not doing it with excellence. It's just letting it be simple. That's it. And that's the value I bring. And I bring the discipline of doing it now and doing it now and doing it now, because I know it gets to be simple. And my job is only to create avenues for God to send the people to me. Like, okay, God, I'm willing to serve the people. I'm creating the avenue. I'm creating the pathway for you to send them to me. Okay, I'm creating another avenue. Okay, I'm creating another one, right? Like I have the Diamond Mastermind, right? That's $3,000, $4,000 a month for one-on-one clients. Actually, I have a new thing that's $2,000 a month for the Diamond Mastermind. It just doesn't include one-on-one coaching, but you get everything else. And then I have $1,000 offer. If you want me every day in your Voxer, like Mandy in my pocket, $1,000 a month, and you get access to me every single day in Voxer. Or $1,000 a month, and you get access to every program I run. The ultimate how-to, every program coming up for as long as you stay in, you get, that's $1,000 a month. And you get access to everything I do. $16,000 programs, $4,000 programs, $1,000 programs, doesn't matter, right? And then I have like the $500 offers that I consistently offer, and now I have a $97 offer. These are all just avenues that I feel like I'm just allowing God to send the people in that I can serve. And I trust the universe to do its job. That's not my job. My job is to create the avenues and to just step, to serve, to create, to step, to serve, to create. Let it be enough. Do my best. Fall miserably. Brush myself off. Eat my ego pie, my humble pie. Let my ego go. Learn to mature a little bit. Learn to, love a little bit better. Learn to come from a deeper heart-centered space. Learn to be a little bit braver, a little bit more courageous, a little bit more seasoned, etc. And that's the journey. But you get to make money all along the way, which is the whole point, because money is evidence that you're serving people, right? It's one thing to give tons of free value. Of course, we do that all the time, right? But it's a whole nother thing to see someone as just as courageous as you. Like, I invest in myself. I show up and I play a big game. Why am I not assuming that my clients are playing a big game? I've actually never struggled with that. So when people came to me and they're like, none of my, I'm surrounded by people that won't invest in themselves. I'm like, well, that's weird. That's a weird thing to say. And I thought about it for a second. I'm like, you're making an assumption that the people around you won't show up as big as you because you invest in yourself. Why are we making an assumption that other people are smaller than us and they're not as powerful as us, or they're not as brave as us? Like, that's a yucky assumption. I don't think we need that assumption. I think we can make the assumption that the people around us are really incredible, powerful people, that we're all the same. Maybe I've got a gift in here that serves you, or my energy lights you up, but we're equals. We are exactly the same. There's nothing different about you and me. You have a gift that I've hired clients for plenty of things because they have incredible gifts for things. Healing, calming down type of things. I hire my clients for things, right? Like, because they have incredible gifts in other ways. We are all equals here. There is no like better than, worse than. There's just, maybe in this particular area I have a gift, or you love my energy around this, it serves you. You showing up with me serves me as I, expand and I get to serve, and that lights me up, and we just are all healing and working together and doing this life together. And so that's our work. And so the intention of the Elite Mastermind, Masterclass membership, the Elite membership is 100% about locking into that energy and staying steadfast in that come from place, because life comes at you. Les Brown the other day said there's always a storm happening. And I thought, man, that's just true. Sometimes it's a big storm, sometimes it's a little storm, but there's always a storm going on in your life. And it's so easy to get distracted, and it's so easy to procrastinate and push things off to tomorrow, to the never-ending tomorrow. Or like, if you're like me, it's like, put that on the to-do list to my team, right? Like, put that on the to-do list, where I shift myself back into the place of, nope, make the decision right now. Decisions right now, done. That one's done. Check that one off the list. Now all of that's done, and now it unlocks all the things for tomorrow. And you never know what opportunities are coming later today, in 4 seconds, or in 1 week, right? Like, I remember when Gabby Bernstein said she was so grateful. She did these particular things to expand herself, and then Oprah asked her to be on Oprah, and she's like, and I was ready. Like, she had no idea Oprah was going to ask her to go on Oprah, but she was ready, because this energy right here, this is where all success comes from. So I couldn't think of a better container. Also, if I'm telling the truth, it's a little bit selfish, because I get to be in that energy with you every single day, which is only going to expand me and lock in that energy for me. And I know that all success comes from this energy. So it's really wise for me to create a container where I'm required to stay in that energy as well, consistently every single day, right? So it's just a win-win-win-win-win. I'm just so excited about this. I loved creating this avenue for God to just send his people. If you feel like there's someone who would love this energy, who wants an opportunity to get locked in at the founding member price, I may keep it this price forever, but I have a feeling it'll go up to $197, once we get the ball rolling and stuff. But you'll stay locked in at the founding member price forever. If you have a friend, tag them in the comments, share this video, and just get the word out there so everybody has an opportunity to come together and to be in this energy, because it's absolutely life-changing. When I heard my client riffing on this, I was just like, this is it. I mean, it's just, that's it, end of story. Like, this is what I was like, I wish the whole world could hear you right now. Like, I just need the whole world to hear you. Yeah. I haven't done too much of her stuff, but I've read her books, and her books changed my life, Liba. Yeah. So mandyperry.com/elite. And I already know, because I've been doing this a hot minute now, if you want to know the difference. And by the way, if you've been thinking about joining the Ultimate How To, and now you're like, well, maybe I want to join the membership instead. In the membership, we have a code for 10% off of the Ultimate How To. So basically, actually, you'll get $111 off the Ultimate How To. And it's $97 for the membership, so the whole month will pay for itself. So if that resonates, you can have both. We just wanted people to have the choices that all feel good. So just to be clear of the difference, okay? The Ultimate How To is literally, I'm going to teach you how to get crystal clear what your voice is, what you stand for. Like, I'm so crystal clear what I stand for is to kick the heart-centered people out of the nest so they can remember, hey, this isn't a worth thing. I don't need to be worthy to serve. I just need to show up and serve and give the universe avenues to bring people to me to serve them. I need to remember, stop forgetting and taking for granted all this wisdom and love and capacity that I have to serve other people, and start letting that be real, and start creating containers and spaces and letting your voice be heard and letting yourself be seen, right? So I'm going to teach you how to hone that voice, how to create your values and what you stand for, and then how to build an entire company that surrounds who you really are. Not only that, but your daily power moves. What are your daily power moves? So in the Elite Mastermind, I'm gonna keep you in the energy of actually showing up for those power moves. I'm gonna keep you in the energy of taking the brave action that help you get clear in it, taking brave action, clarity, doing the thing now, implementing it, working through all the patterns that come up as you do that, community, tribe, networking, all of the kind of things in there, right? That's the Elite Mastermind. The how-to is how to actually, what is my voice? What is my message? What are my values? What are my power moves? Am I doing blogs? Am I doing Facebook Lives? How do I do a blog? How do I do a Facebook Live? How do I create an online program? How do I, it's just all the tasks around that, and then actually creating an entire company that's based on you doing the things that are making you become who you want to be. So here's an example. You create a life. So you're going to showcase a life that you desire, right? So if your company is based on you showcasing a life that you desire, like part of this, like me showing up all greasy, didn't even shower, this is part of me showcasing the life I desire. I am fancy, I have my Chanel, I have all my expensive luxury things, I take first class, I do whatever, and I also sometimes get my ass kicked, I have to return my lease, I take over a Hyundai Elantra, which is the car I drove when I was on welfare, but I'm eating my humble pie because I made a mistake and now I'm learning and I'm more mindful of things, and I still have the freedom to show up like this if this is how I desire, and it doesn't matter one iota, not one. I hear people say, like, you have to always, like, you have to have a brand and it has to be fancy and you have to have makeup on, and like, yeah, well, I'm living proof that none of that matters. So part of my brand is like, we just come as we are, right? Like the other day I was on a Zoom call, you may have heard me talk about it, and one guy was like, and I saw somebody eating, don't be eating with the camera on. And I'm like, what? Like, I hold such a different space, like eat, be in your pajamas, come all dressed up, like as is, fully as is. There's just no arbitrary rules whatsoever. I have one rule in all of my containers: the Daily Raw Free Facebook group, the Elite Mastermind, any of my programs that I run, any of my spaces, there's one rule. Drop it in the comments if you know what that rule is. There's one rule. Be nice. That's the rule. Be nice. Don't shove your opinions down other people's throat. Don't shame people. Don't try to come up with arbitrary rules. Don't go coaching everybody. Just be nice. Just connect and enjoy and celebrate and be a fucking mess and just be nice. That's it. That's the one rule. Just be nice. Try to be nice. And if you're not nice, then just be, I wasn't nice. I'm sorry. I'm working on that. That's still nice. That's it. Stumble, fall on your face, get back up. Like, there's just no rules. That's the rules, right? So that's part of my brand. So in the Ultimate How-To, I'm going to teach you stuff like that, like how to take what you want your life to look like and how to create marketing for that, how to write a blog post about that. What would you even say in the blog post, right? So if you feel like you really want to drop deeper, choose one of the VIP choices, because we got one-on-one coaching. We got everything in there, right? There's so many awesome choices on that. So that's mandyperry.com/how-to. And then we have the Elite Membership, which has the 10% off code, which is mandyperry.com/elite. Okay. And if you join the elite, please come back here to this live and let me know so I can celebrate with you. And we already have tons of stuff in there. So there's literally, you'll see the pinned post right at the top of the group. So when you join any of the groups, you automatically get an email, and the email, I think it comes within 60 seconds. So be a little bit patient. And then, although I think we tried to change that so it would be less time because that was like automatic. You'll get an email, and the email will tell you the link to the private Facebook group, and then just answer the questions in the private Facebook group so the team can double check, and then they will let you in, and then everything's already in there. It's all organized. You have everything you need to know in there. There's already like a watch party in there. There's the pinned post that has everything you need to know, including your actual upgrade options and some surprises that you're gonna freaking love when you go in there. Just read the whole thing. Take a minute, read the whole thing. You'll see all the gifts and all the love and all the value that's in there. And then say hello, welcome yourself to the community, tell us who you are, why you joined, so we can all get to know you. You know, coming in from the beginning is going to be really amazing because we're just going to all get to know each other like family. This is like a friendship. I highly anticipate that I would be working with people and networking and, you know, and doing podcasts or whatever kind of stuff, and highlighting some of the people as doing master classes in there for everybody else. When I see your unique gift and what you do, and like, wow, that would really serve people. My one-on-one clients that I get, I'm like, ooh, she does this. Like, she's a relationship coach. My diamond girls are going to be doing master classes in there, right? And just giving massive value and loving on you. And you'll get to know all of these really incredible people, which I'm learning now is, networking is scary. Building friendships is scary, right? But I remember when I was just in masterminds and I felt like I was paying for friends. Like, it was amazing and I loved being around them, but it started to feel like I was just paying for friends, and I didn't know if I had real friends, and it felt really crappy, right? And so the season of my life now has been networking and opening myself up more and not feeling like I'm gonna get drowned, or I'm gonna be clunky, or I'm gonna upset someone, or I'm gonna piss someone off because I'm the weird girl, always doing the weird things, right? It is what it is, right? Okay, so the membership is the energy of it. Look, transformation happens in the feels. This is a feels program. This is literally just a reboot. It's like plugging in. It's like plugging into Mandy. That's what it is. That's what the elite program is. Okay, plugging into me, plugging into my energy. Opportunity for Q&A, some opportunity for coaching. There's so much value in there. It's not even funny. You can leave anytime you want to. You can let your friends know about it. Whatever serves you. I think you're gonna love it and stay a long time. We'll see. And then the ultimate how-to is literally start to finish designing your company. So that includes if you have a wildly successful company, but you feel like it's not designed in a way that you feel like you're in flow, and it's easy and it's simple and it's organized. So not only am I going to teach you your voice, your message, your values, what you stand for, what the company brand is, how to market your life, how to design a life you love and then market it and showcase that, but I'm also going to show you how to organize the flow of things. Like, I have an opt-in that goes to this, and this is how we add that, and this is what we did on the membership site, and all of the how-to flow stuff on the back end as well. We give legal documents. It's just all there. You have access for life, so it's not overwhelming. It's just simple, step by step, 30 days. I gave us plenty of time, and every single question gets answered. Every question gets answered in that program, okay? So 2 different things. mandyperry.com/elite is the membership, $97. mandyperry.com how-to is the how-to program. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Support@mandyperry.com, or just PM me. I'm happy to hop in there. Who's here? Say hello. Yes, best feeling of freedom. Oh my God, that's so genius. Thank you. I did. I was so excited about it. I was crying, right? Okay, I love you guys. Hop on, come back and celebrate with me when you get this. And if you have any questions, just let me know, okay? I love you. I'm going to shower now. Okay, have an amazing night.